personal interaction taking a backseat because of social networks. Gusto mo ba Tagalog? Okay, kasi from ano siya, from India. So, ha? Cebuana. Okay. Ang tanong sa'yo, pag itinagalog natin, ang personal bang interaction ng isang tao ay nakakalimutan dahil sa mga social media? Ang personal bang pagkatao ng isang tao ay nakakalimutan dahil sa social media?
Maraming salamat po sa napakagandang katanungan at sasagutin ko po ayon sa aking opinion. For me, nakakalimutan ng tao ang kanilang interaction dahil sa social media. Dahil nalalaan na lang ang oras nila dito. Kesa tuunan nila yung mga bagay na mas mahalaga nilang gawin. Wala silang ginawa kundi mag-scroll na mag-scroll na mag-scroll. Maghapon na lang naman itong ginagawa kesa gawin nila ang mga dapat nilang gagawin.
Very well said.
7.
Number 7. And this is your question. Is there a way to curb sexual harassment? Is there a way to curb sexual harassment?
As a member of LGBTQI community that has been sexually harassed, I think the only way to curb sexual harassment is to capture those who are sexually harassing people. Actually, it is not, we should not blame the person who has been sexually harassed by their dress or by their appearance. It's always the maniacs, it's always the person who thinks bad of other people and who think that other people as a toy or as a sexual figure. That is not good. And actually, we should conceptualize this, make a law about this, and most especially promote our right as a woman, as LGBTQI member of LGBT community. Thank you so much.
Kamusta?
I'm really happy. I'm really happy to see you again.
Ang ganda ng gown mo kanina, ha? Choose a number from 1 to 19 except 7.
My lucky number tonight is number 7.
She has just chose number 7.
Okay, number 2.
Number 2. So here is your question. How different would the world be if a trans woman like you were to rule the world? How different would the world would be if a trans woman like you will rule the world?
Naniniwala po ako na kapag ang transgender o miyembro ng LGBT ang mang-rule ng mundo natin, ay naniniwala po ako na magiging masaya at mapayapa ang ating mundong kinagagalawan. Dahil lagi natin makatatandaan na kung ano man nagagawa ng ating kalalakihan, ay nagagawa po namin. Kung ano nagagawa po ng mga kababaihan, ay nagagawa rin po namin at minsan pa nga po ay nahihigitan pa po namin. Maraming salamat po.
Hello? Ganda mo sa personal. Choose a number from 1 to 19. 9. So here is your question. What moment in your life would you pick to change the lives of others? Yes. Tagalogin ko? Okay. So what moment in your life would you pick to change the lives of others? Anong bahagi ng buhay mo ang pipiliin mo na nakapag-touch ka ng buhay ng ibang tao?
Actually, I grew up in a very hard situation in life, and both of my parents has been addicted of drugs and alcohol, and also they are gamblers. And growing up, this is living in so hard situation. So I stand brave, and also praying to God and to be faithful. And this scenario in my life, and this moment is I can inspire people, and I can build a very good image to everyone that we should be brave to what problem that we are facing right now, and we should always offer our problem to God. Thank you.
Virtual hug lang ha. Ganda naman ng number 9. Napaka-sweet ng mukha. Kamusta ka?
Sobrang happy kasi syempre katabi kita ngayon at
Para akong staff toys. Kanina pa sila happy. Choose a number from 1 to 19.
I will be brave to choose number one.
Okay, here's your question. If you were God for a day, how would you change the world? If you were God for a day, how would you change the world?
Thank you so much for that question. It will be a great pleasure if I would be God for one day, but I know that that will never happen. But fortunately, I would just like to share what I want to change, not only just being God, but what is my opinion and what I want to change in this world that we have. I always believe that our world is perfectly made with the settings and everything geographically. So I will not change something with its looks. But what will I change is no other than the people who is living in this world with all races. Ladies and gentlemen, with the history and up to now, there are still things that are not going our way. There are still fights with each other, country to country. Love is being forgotten that should be shared to one another. Here in our country, let me just ask you, are we having that 100% peace and harmony? Definitely, let's say that not. So if I would be given a chance to change something, I would change all the people for them to be given more wisdom and all that they think is positivity for the whole world. Thank you so much.
Napaka-selfless ng sagot. Congratulations, number 9. Let's call on candidate number 10. Isa rin napakaganda. Number, kamusta ka?
I am doing fine.
I'm fine as well. So choose a number from 3 to 19.
I would like to choose number 10.
Number 10. And this is your question. If you had a chance to discuss a social issue with world leaders, what social issue would that be? If you had a chance to discuss a social issue with world leaders, what social issue would that be?
Okay, thank you so much for that very wonderful question. If I would discuss one social issue to our world leaders, what would it be? Ladies and gentlemen, there is a lot of social issues comes in my mind. That is corruption, that is fighting one another, that is the war between Ukraine and Russia. But ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here in front of you as a transgender woman, and we all know that we are being denied by the society. People see us as a sinner, as a immoral, as someone who is against the will of God. So if I were going to answer that question, I would simply discuss to the world leaders that LGBTQ community should be completely accepted in this society. Why should I say so? Because being a transgender woman is being human. We are not different from the other people around the world. But then again, we all know that we are the center of discrimination and criticism of this world. And if we are able to correct that thing, definitely we can have a better place to live in. That is why I am here standing in front of you, encouraging everyone to please embody and embrace the true concept of inclusion, equality, and diversity. And that is to encourage us to respect a person, regardless with colors, regardless with beliefs, culture, and religion. Because if we know how to respect others, then we can pray that discrimination and hate crimes can be avoided. Because I always believe the fact that we are in front of the church. I believe that prayers can move mountains, and I already moved a lot of mountains. Thank you and good evening.
Welcome number 11. Kamusta ka?
I'm good, thank you.
Choose a number from 3 to 19.
I would like to choose number 5.
What for you is the meaning of beauty? What for you is the meaning of beauty?
Well, okay, let me just tell you a bird's eye
the meaning of beauty. There is two meaning of beauty. There is beauty from the inside and beauty from outside. We all know that beauty from the outside is always last, but the beauty inside will always remain forever. We should always have the good characteristic in ourselves. Growing up in the slums or squatter area where there is lack of education, but my mom and dad stood for me, educate me and teach me lots of lessons. And it is for me to showcase my learnings that I've got in the past few years. Thank you.
I'm doing great.
Congratulations. So pick your number, 3, 4, 6, 8, yung walang bilog. Number 13. So here is your question. If you have a remote control for men, what would be your first command? Ay, kukunin mo na yung microphone agad. If you have a remote control for men, what would be your first command?
If I will be remote, and what will be my command? To all men, that will be to change their mindset. Why I say so, ladies and gentlemen, kapag may nakikita silang babae, sisiputan. Sisiputan na kung saan, bibigyan ng karanasan o gagahasain. But ladies and gentlemen, I want to change their mindset na kung saan hindi basihan yung pananamit, hindi basihan kung ano mang itsura mo. Bagkus, ito po ay nasa kilos ng tao kung paano siya respetuhin bilang isang tao. Pangalawa, ladies and gentlemen, if I were to change something or the mindset of the men, that will be to change their mind to respect the trans community. Why I say so, ladies and gentlemen? Kapag ako dumaan sa gilid nila, lalaitin at uhusgahan nila ako. But ladies and gentlemen, I've always believed from the song, I did my best. But the best was doesn't in it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, even though that I did my 101%, pero hindi ako nirespeto ng ibang tao o yung mga lalaki sa mundo, hindi nila ako rerespetuhin bilang isang tao. Babaguhin ko ang kanilang pag-iisip sa mga kalalakihan and to change their mindset that we as a transgender woman, we are capable, we are remarkable, and we have ability to make a difference. I've always believed from the Latin word, hagaas loke, hagaas for soil. Or whatever you do for today should be the reflection of tomorrow. Parati po natin makakatandaan, ladies and gentlemen, that we as a trans-LGBT community, no one is privileged by God to discriminate in any references of one's social standing, age, religion, and the most importantly, sexuality. Sa mga kalalakihan, ako ay bakla. Yes, I am a gay. I am a gay, but I am born this way. Thank you.
Hello, Ate. Nice to meet you. Was a special award.
Hindi, galit ba sa'yo yung nauna?
I think, nandun lang yung eagerness niya para manalo ko.
In fairness. So choose a number.
I think I'll choose number 19 as it is the number of my number 2.
Yes. Okay, here is your question, number 19. What is the biggest obstacle that prevents development? What is the biggest obstacle that prevents development?
Thank you very much for that timely and relevant question, because as of today, we faces a lot of problems that stop us for us to progress and for us to be a better future, or for us to have a better future. And so that I firmly believe that the biggest obstacle that prevent us to progress in the near future is that we don't respect what we call cultural differences or individual differences. And when I say individual differences, it is our differences in our beliefs, in our tradition, and in our religion. And if we don't respect, and if we don't know how to see this kind of perspective in different life, we cannot be able to achieve one goal and one dream. And so that I firmly believe that we should put in our mind and in our hearts that we should have a strong hands together, and we should stop not respecting and start respecting individual differences. Because once we respect one another, these barriers that full of hatred will be diminished, and we will start to grow and grow one by one and day by day. Thank you very much.
Tomboy ako sa'yo. Kamusta?
Hello, nakakatuwa. Katapat yung idol ko.
Grabe. Choose a number from 3 to 18.
11.
Okay, here is your question. If you were the only human among aliens, what would you do? Kung ikaw na lang natitirang tao sa mga aliens na nakapaligid sa iyo, ano ang gagawin mo?
Okay, kung ano daw ang gagawin ko, ano yung nakapalibot sa akin na alien, na ako na lang mag-isang tao. Siyempre, for me, ako na lang po yung tao. Eh di para hindi nila ako saktan, aaliwin ko sila. Ipapakita ko yung talent ko sa kanila bilang isang bakla. Di alam naman po natin ng mga bakla, isang malaking pakipakinabang dito sa mundong ibabaw ng ating kinagagalawan. You will not become worthy for who you are nor what you are, but you will become worthy for what others can be because of you. Kaya nga po, di ba, kapag nandyan sila, masasaktan tayo ng mga alien na yan. Pero pag ginawaan natin yan ng kasiyahan nila, as a LGBT community, matutuwa yan. Hindi ka niyan sasaktan. Promise. Ang gagawin pa niyan, pag yan natuwa sa'yo, baka bigyan ka pa niya ng alay na ginto, na ipagmamalaki mo sa iyong sarili na napaligaya mo ang alien. Kasi parang alien yan, parang ang nangyayari parang mga kalalakihan yung alien, tapos kami yung mga kabaklaan. Na nangyayari sa alien, yung mga lalaki, dinidiscriminate kami sa loob ng bilog ng alien na yon. Ngayon kami mga bakla, nilalabanan namin sila sa discrimination. Dahil tayo kaming mga bakla, dahil nandito na natitira, ang mga tao nawawala po ng konsyensya because consent is not a physical thing that you can pinpoint sa any given time. Rather, it's a more sense to able to distinguish what is right and what is wrong. Basta may respeto ka, tiwala sa iyong sarili, at may takot sa Panginoon Diyos, tsak, wala kang talo. Maraming salamat po.